I gussied myself up this morning because I wanted to and I could.
When I never felt bad, come on, yeah.
Good morning, Internet. I realized last week I said that I was going to give my good old Madame la Prof try and create content almost every day. I posted content on Monday morning and then nothing. Nothing. I did try. I have content on my phone about me wanting to show you what I eat in a day. But I had to pick the craziest, busiest week for me at school. And why did I think I was going to be able to create content on a week where I just have too many things to do? And like I mentioned in another video, I don't want to compare my very full plate to someone else's very full plate. It's not fair. I don't want to say that I have the most stuff to do in a day. No, because there are people out there who have way busier lives, more complicated realities, and that's not what I'm trying to convey here. I'm not trying to say that it is impossible for me to manage what I do. We all have to deal with the baggage that we are carrying. And yes, there are some weeks where that baggage is a wee bit heavier than normal. So then when I give myself the task to create content and then I don't, it's very easy to feel like you failed somehow. And even if no one outright says you failed, you're giving yourself that pressure and that feeling that you are inadequate or you weren't enough, and what you did or did not do is a disappointment. And then you start comparing yourself to other realities, to other people whose plates, yes, might seem full, but you only see the outside portion. You don't see what's underneath the plate, and you don't see how complicated it can be for them as well. So when you're creating or when you're tackling your plate, you can't say that you failed if you didn't succeed in emptying that plate. You can't say that. You have to actually ask yourself some questions as to why the plate is still full, and maybe you put a bit too much when you got to the buffet. It could be a time management issue. It could be a problem with you delegating a certain amount of time to a task, and you should have been dedicating less time or focusing more. Maybe you're distracted. Maybe you're procrastinating. Also, I think we tend to fill up our plates because we want to project a certain image. I mentioned it once at a workshop with other educators, administrators, teachers, and I told them there's a social perception that if your plate is empty, it's a sign either of laziness or of you not tackling on real projects. And maybe what we should be doing is taking either smaller bites or smaller portions and putting that on our plate, or tackling one meal and just putting what is needed on the plate and not going overboard. And that's a very real problem and serious issue when it comes to new teachers. The desire to please, to impress, to show that yes, you're part of the team and you can tackle all of these things. New teachers and even maybe new administrators, they tend to put so much on their plate that they forget that, there's a strong possibility that you might not be able to empty it or finish that plate. Or worse, you might be able to finish it, but your physical and mental health might suffer greatly. So to go back on what I said about me giving the good old Madame la Prof try to create content this week, I'm happy I posted the video. Yeah, I know it's long. Okay, if you wanted to have like a 2-minute video, go on TikTok. I'm happy I posted the video that I did because I was targeting a specific group of people. Any teacher who comes across that video will have an idea to create some fun content for their students. I did try to create a video about what I eat in a day, and I still plan on doing that, but I think I might wait until I have a day that allows me for a more flexible routine. I did, however, film an interview that I plan on posting this weekend. And I'm not saying who it is. It's someone who I met many years ago and I have been following on Instagram, on YouTube, and I do actually know her. I don't personally, like, I don't claim to be her BFF. I can actually say, yes, I do know this person. I have met her, and that's planned. So am I trying? Yes. So I cannot see this as a failure. I cannot see those efforts as a fail. I have to look at it as progression, development. I think what people need to realize is that being creative is not just the end product. Being creative is all the steps that lead to the end product. And then what happens afterwards. That process does not end when you finish and you present like, here's my content. And I think that's what we need to realize, not just as content creators, but also as teachers. Your plate will often find itself filled up. And how you fill it up is a process. And you need to make sure that you are filling it up with the right things and not overfilling because you need to be mindful of your well-being, your physical health, your mental health, and not trying to fill the plate up for others. You're filling it up for you. You're creating for you. And I think that's how we have to approach what we are doing in our lives, not just in front of the screen for our fans or for our students. On that lovely note, folks, have yourselves a lovely day.